Beyond the Badge is brought to you by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund and AAA Minneapolis.
With mass shootings and other forms of terrorist attacks growing in frequency, local emergency responders need to train as though one could happen here. In August, the Edina Police Department hosted an event designed to do just that. More than 150 law enforcement, fire response, and medical personnel practiced on an active shooter drill at Regis Tower in Edina. Edina TV's crew spoke with organizers about how the training works and what they expected to gain from it.
It's a scene of chaos and panic.
Come over here, let's go, hands up, let's go, let's go!
Several gunmen have stormed a building at Regis's Edina campus, shooting those they've encountered.
Help! What's going on, you guys?
There's a shooter in the building.
Okay, come on over here.
Emergency responders swarm the area, quickly trying to figure out where the threat's coming from while checking on those fleeing the buildings.
Come on, keep your hands up if you can. Come on out.
The goal is to gain control of the scene by pulling people to safety while also trying to establish a perimeter.
We have a shared channel. We're looking for a shooter. In the stairwell. Second floor.
Thankfully, this is a practice drill.
It's a very large undertaking, largest one that I have ever organized.
Edina Police Lieutenant Brian Tholen spent months planning this large-scale event.
I did a active shooter workplace violence presentation for Regis about a year and a half ago. They asked me to come and give a talk and built that relationship there. And we needed a business campus. It's a perfect area to do it.
But he didn't plan this alone. After several years of watching other departments put on these trainings, he made sure to collaborate with others.
They didn't have enough people on their committee. So I have 15 people who are working with me on this, and everything from lining up role players, 132 role players as of today, to we're over 150 first responders, getting the information out to people, the logistics of everything from water to feeding to safety at the incident.
One of those committee members was Edina paramedic firefighter Pete Knably.
So you are not breathing, they should be bypassing you, okay? You're going to be in the tall building on the 4th floor.
Knably helped organize the drill and says training for mass-scale events is really about developing an adaptive mindset.
The point of that is we can't train for everything. We have no idea what kind of stuff that we're trying to protect the public from, what the setting would be, what the threat would be. So what we do is we train on how to respond to everything. So what we train is how to handle any sort of evolving incident.
Knably and dozens of other emergency responders work with police to form triage rescue teams. Their purpose is to reach victims and evacuate them.
How we judge success on in a real-world incident is we want to help the most people we can. Sometimes there's people we can't help, but we're trying to help the most people in the most way as fast as we can.
It's an exercise for us to see what we're good at, but more importantly, to see where we can get better at.
And while Tholen's hope is to never have an incident that requires the use of this training, he says they're much better prepared if it does.
Hey, this rolls.
At Regis Tower in Edina, Dietrich Nissen with Josh Schmidt, Edina TV.
This is the third year the mass casualty event has taken place. The first drill was at Eden Prairie High School in 2015, while last year's was held at Ridgedale Mall in Minnetonka. The Southwest Metro SWAT Consortium consists of St. Louis Park, Edina, Eden Prairie, Minnetonka, and Hopkins. It plans to hold another training next year.